A religious perceptional reality was used to replace a spiritual perceptional reality. Right? Because the spiritual sense of reality, you're connected to everything, man. You know, you're connected. But in the religious perceptional reality, see, you committed a crime for being born, see, you're getting here. Yeah, I didn't make this up. You know, I'm not making it up now, right? And so anyway, in order to justify being here, to get to stay, you had to submit to the male dominator chain of command, the authoritarian system. See, in this new religious reality said that, you know, well, now there's one God. The gods battled it out amongst themselves, see. See, I can't envision, to me, I've never been able to envision gods or goddesses. I can't imagine the creator in a human form. I mean, no, I can't. And I think our path to trouble started when we started to do it that way. All right, you know, looking at the earth as the mother and these things, you know, call her the goddess, whatever, and this and that. I don't go with God, as I know that's a limited perceptual reality. See, they forced it on us. But the trouble came, see, when we decided that the creator entity had a human form. See, because then that rationalized and justified mistreating the rest of the natural world. All right? I mean, sexism and racism came out of this perceptual change, because once the earth, you know, under the new God thing, see, the earth was no longer the mother, the earth was the property of this new God, and all God's children. God didn't have a lot then, but they were very mean, so their numbers expanded through terror. See, but God's children, was their job and objective was to subdue the earth for this God. So in order to achieve that objective, they had to create sexism. See, sexism has got to do with how we live with the earth. And racism, because now the earth was property, you know, and all spiritual value was away from the earth, you know. Real spiritual value was now a religious perceptional thing, and right, so it wasn't all-encompassing. It wasn't just a part of the reality anymore. So not a one of our people really went for this, because it's like, you know, this is a major perceptional reality change. But anyway, we committed a moral crime for getting here, so now we had to submit to that worldview. To me, coherently to me, it's clearly a blatant, very blatant, perceptual altering how one perceives reality. I mean, it's brainwashing intensified at its maximum, right? Because our ancestors were forced to see life differently in order to remain just physically alive. All right, you know, it's like, I don't really know that much about what happened to Europe, but I would suggest every person of European descendancy that you go and you study. You want to know more about your reality? Go and study your tribal ancestry and see how you got civilized.